nigga to walk that I'm blessed. See the love I got in my flex, I'm so blessed. 20K just on my chain, say less. Takes every day to get dressed, so blessed. Been through the storm and the rain, still blessed. Had a couple heartaches and pain, still blessed. Handle the pressure from fame, still blessed. God called my name, so blessed.
Yes, sir, I'm blessed on Playboy, cause I got it mad. Tailor made just for this fit, I'm gon' cut the slack. I'm the man, good hearted shorty with me acting bad. Shout out to mans that done tightened up since they became a dad. Shout out to me, being genuine, managed.
Welcome back to another episode of the Cobain Report. I am Rocc Cobain, and this is
T-Mail.
And this is
Cezah.
You know the vibes, okay? I can't cuss. I'm gonna give. Let me give you an intro.
Let me give y'all an intro. I got one for y'all.
Let me do the intro because listen.
Oh, you want to give it?
No,
all right.
you can get an intro.
You know what?
I can get an intro.
We both. You know what? Let
me get my intro. And you get your intro. All right. So my intro is the hottest power couple in the city right now. We have two independent filmmakers as well as independent artists. Rev City has been in the music game over umpteen years with groups such as what was the name of your group? New School with Tone Tone. He has been a single writer, producer for some of your favorite artists that he get them songwriter checks for. We also have Shay the Boss. Who is the boss? You've seen her in some of your favorite movies on Tubi. You've heard some of her favorite hits across the city. I think her name is probably bigger than mine, okay? And I'm Cobain in this motherfucker. Y'all say hello to Shay the Boss and Rev City in this mug. Make some noise. Welcome to the Cobain Report. T-Mail, what you got for us today? How y'all feeling, man?
I'm feeling good. I'm glad to be here, cuz.
I'm so glad y'all here. My family is in the building. This is my cousin, y'all.
For sure.
Yeah. Power couple, it's all family at this mug. We gonna get straight into it. We got some hot topics, and I want to give us time because I know this show. T-Mail, what you got for us today?
Look, with the power couple we got here, we usually like to, find out where you all get your inspiration or where you all start from.
Okay. Well, I'll let you answer yours first. I'll let you go first.
Okay, so I started off as an artist. I'm going to say really taking my artistry serious maybe about like 6 years ago. I've always done music. My dad was an engineer, producer growing up, so doing music was always in me, But as far as taking it serious, probably about like 6 years ago, I was in the studio one day writing for my cousin, and as I'm reciting the song, the engineer was like, man, like, you need to be in there doing it. Mm-hmm. And I was like, you think so? And my first time performing was in Atlanta, and I performed a song with my cousin, and a couple A&Rs walked up to me and was like, you got it. And I was like, damn, like, maybe I should.
How long you been in the music business?
For about 6 years.
6 years.
Yeah, for professionally, 6 years. Yeah. And, getting into the managing thing, my first two artists pretty much, like I said, the hottest artists in the city right now. They songs playing on the radio consistently. You know what I'm saying? Have y'all ever heard of the Lulu Boys, Rich Road and Jordan Perfect? Them are artists, you know what I'm saying? And
shout out to the Lulu Boys.
Shout out to them.
Shout out. And we just pretty much, we do it because we love it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's inspirational because it's like something that we love to do. It's not something to just be doing. Like, we actually eat, breathe, sleep, and shit. Music. Excuse my language, music. Like, this is what we do all day, every day.
You got a delayed reaction like your buffer too big.
This is what we do. So it's pretty much it's fun though.
And to answer your question as far as me, I think how I fell in love with music was church. Like, just being a child musician, playing the drums, and understanding that's where everybody at that's where everybody come from. That's putting out these hit records. You come out of church because church build that character in you. Even if you can't do it at the time, they'll say, God bless your soul, or they'll say, they just make you better, but it's in a calming way. So that's when I first fell in love with music, but. I think I took music serious at the age of, I went professional at the age of 12. I was actually artist developed by Michael Powell. Okay. So, he had Vanguard, and I was able to be around a lot of greats. So he also taught me the value of being an engineer. He was like, I know a lot of your group members at the time. Like we were young, so everybody would be just cracking jokes and stuff like that. And he would tell me like, you the one that's just standing around trying to see what a reel to reel is and ADATs. You trying to see what this is, so I'm gonna teach you this. And he said, you may not understand today, but later on down the road, you gonna understand why I taught it to you. And for a minute, I had got on my high horse. I don't want an engineer. I had engineers in the studio working for me or whatever. And I'm like, dang, I'm sweet, but I don't, you know what I'm saying? But when I got to the point to just getting some alone time and able to sit there and just be like, you know what I'm saying? Let me focus on finding who I am as an artist. Like when you're in a group, sometimes you be stuck in your character. It's like being a actor. You in your character because you got to separate yourself from the rest. Like if you have one style, I got to be different. I can't sound just like you. You get what I'm saying? So I was stuck in a character, so I didn't understand who Rev City was. So when I got by myself, I was like, you engineer, so why you just don't engineer yourself? So I sat there and was just engineering myself, and that's how I learned how to chew bubblegum and walk at the same time. Because a lot of people don't know how to do that. And Greg was one of them that really showed me like, at the end of the day, like I don't have to have nobody around to be a vibe. And how I learned, how I got that. Many a days I go around him and C's, and Greg would be in the crib by himself with his shoes, socks off, just in there, just singing away. You feel me? So I'm like, Greg, you doing this yourself? He's like, yeah, I get it mixed later. And I was like, what? He was like, yeah, I ain't about to depend on nobody. When I want to record and this in my brain, I'ma do it. And that's what I learned. Because I was always like, oh, I want my engineers here. I want the whole works, being lazy.
I think you get some of the best vibes honestly from just being by yourself and making music.
I say that all the time.
So like I'm not waiting to get the vibe out. You know what I'm saying? Like I record the vibe, and if I think the song is dope enough, I get that shit mixed later. You know what I'm saying? Right. So look, I wanna hear a little bit about Shay the Boss. How did you matriculate from music into film?
Ooh, that's a good one. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest with you. I always wanted to be an actress, but I never really took the time to pursue it.
Okay.
I had a woman. I'm not gonna say her name on camera. A woman managing me at the time, and she pretty much put it out there like, "Hey, you into acting?" And I'm like, "I ain't never did it before, but I want to." And so she had sent me to the Three Keys audition, which it was, people around that I had already knew. The people that was there I had already knew of, but it was crazy because the week before that happened, I was sitting in my bed and I was like, I want to do this. Like, I could do that and want to work with these people. And then it just so happened the next week I ended up actually working with these people. So I went to the audition and nailed it, and she pretty much called me back and was like, you got a lead role in the movie, I want you to do. I pretty much, nailed it. Really didn't have, I read my script. I didn't read the whole script. Don't know why I didn't read the whole script and didn't know what the movie was about until after the movie was done. But I read my parts and stuff like that. And that's just me being honest. I read my parts, but I'm, in between booking shows with other people out of town, with the celebrity friends and all of that stuff, learning how to read my script and nailed it. And then after that, it was just much more so, going to these auditions and stuff like that, seeing that they really don't, they giving people shots, but they not giving people shots like that because you see a lot of the same people in the films and stuff like that. So it broke out for me to be like, you know what? I want to learn this, and I started studying how to be a film director and started studying how to actually put films together, and came up with my own script, wrote my own script, got 2 movies on the way. So
shout out to the 2 movies on the way.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say though, because she do got the 2 movies. She do. And I, if I recall, they wanted me to be a star.
You listen, man. Cobain got to go get one of them 2 movies, man.
We both got to go and get one.
I keep bull crapping, man.
Y'all the hold up on one, right?
Oh man, hey look,
it's because I'm fat, man. I got to lose some weight.
I've been telling him, I've been trying to get him to come down like 45 pimps.
And again,
I'm trying to come down 45 pounds, man.
And again, just to elaborate off what she said, shout out to who you was that told her to go to the actual audition because sometimes, sometimes I know we ain't say the name.
If it weren't for you, I wouldn't be with the man I'm with today.
Right, but sometimes when you don't mention a person's name and the people will think you being funny, but it's no shade. It's just the thing of it is we appreciate you saying go
to the audition.
To the audition. I'm still gonna give you your flowers regardless because that means that just because we don't deal with you don't mean that everybody don't. Some people are for a reason and at a time. So and some relationships is forever. Some don't ever get to be a relationship.
That's right.
But just to keep it cordial and to be a respectful person, we appreciate it.
For sure.
And then I ain't with all that extra stuff. Like me personally, my gift speaks for itself, and I ain't finna do all that extra stuff to be on nobody's set. You know what I'm saying? Like today's
we giving opportunities.
We giving out opportunities. Like if I see talent, even if you feel like you want to do it, you know what I'm saying? I help mold you into that. Like you know what I'm saying? I'm an acting coach as well. Took up classes for that. To be able to help people actually learn how to act in a film. You know what I'm saying? People be discouraged because they feel like, because they don't know how to make a certain face or they don't know how to read punctuation marks in the script, that they don't know how to do it. But you can just explain to them, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. And show them how to do it. I like more realistic anyway. So my films is really much more so realistic than just acting. I like the real. So that's what I kind of deal with,
Dope.
So look, can you tell us, just kind of dig into your creative process when you going in and you making these movies and you writing and you producing and you like what's the element that you try to put yourself in, like what to get your vibe off?
Okay, so I roll up my weed.
Cobain Report. Hey, we looking for sponsors, so we are looking for dispensaries.
Okay.
Tap in. Okay. We looking for churches, whoever want to sponsor.
Okay.
Churches and weed.
Into the earth.
Hey, you know this nigga PK, he said weed and church.
Listen, man. Or alcohol sponsor, because you know what? You got to have communion.
Okay.
So anyway, back to this. Tell me what y'all creative process is like for music and for film. Let's talk about music first, Anthony.
Okay. So, basically, the creative process is if what we do, we hit them lights, like the vibes, the candles.
Okay.
And a lot of times we go out and just like we'll take a ride or we'll go to the casino because sometimes you want to see something, like the littlest thing to spark your mind to be able to write and tap into everyday life. Because it's like you want to be able to be a type of person that can talk about anything and everything. And most of the stuff you go through, but you don't realize it because everything just bottled up in your brain. Just, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes you got to see something. So we'll take a ride. We'll go in the studio and just get our little weed, our little drink, and, dim them lights and turn the lights on and just go crazy. You know what I'm saying? And make hits. And, hey, they keep coming. So
make hits.
That's the process.
Thank God for the residuals.
Okay.
Sure. What about you, Shay? How do you get in your creative process for either film or music?
I mean, like he said, we just pretty much explore things, you know what I'm saying? But I have a real creative mind. Like, my mind is very different. Like, I have so much stuff going on in my head. It'd be like multiple parties and multiple things going on up top where I just gotta get it out. It's like they be trying to get it out.
So where did it come from? Like, were you a little kid and you just were into like movies? Like, where did it come from?
I was definitely
because for all of us, right?
I used to dress up like Tina Turner doing
where did it come from? Like, was you a kid and just wasn't?
Yes, and it's just so much bottled up inside of me now. I used to be like, if I talk about that, I'm gonna make somebody feel bad. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make somebody feel messed up if I say this. And then it got to the point where I'm like, it's coming out.
You came on my side.
Yeah,
I don't give a fuck about what y'all think. See, and they got that for me. Boom, boom. Right. Because I get it, bro.
We never gonna get no sponsorship
we
from
are gonna
Mount
get
Olive Baptist Missionary Episcopal
Yes,
Church.
they are, because they want us to go to heaven.
But you keep saying
They want us to go. They want us to be saved. Ain't that right, y'all?
Yes.
Hey, listen, because the
We
Bible say,
trying to
"Come as
get
you are."
monetizations and
Does it?
stuff,
Hey,
but-
T-Mail, since we come to you for the you.
T-Mail, can you get us back on track? Because as usual,
come as you are, amen.
As the comments always say, Cezah. T-Mail, can you bring us back on track?
No doubt. So my next one I got is for Rev City. I noticed you are a real big connector. You know, you major in networking. You always with the who's who, whether it's Lil Flip, 600 Breezy, E-Ness, you know.
Right.
You make your way, you know, into a lot of different rooms. What is that motivates you and keeps you, you know, going as far as like when you are around these individuals and, you know, like making the moves that you make?
Man, it's kind of like this. I was growing up, I was a blessed kid. I can't get on camera and say I was messed up, but I had a dream like everybody else. So my dream was, I always, when my aunt played some music for me as a kid, I always was adapting to what she was doing. So when that came about, I just knew like, oh man, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Like I suppose this is my lane. This is you know what I'm saying? This is where I'm supposed to be in life. So I'm like, I gotta take this serious. So now me signing a deal, it's like it was a quick process. It was 1 minute I was watching these people on TV, like, oh, I mess with them. I mess with so and so. I like his music. He hard. But then I'm his producer too. Now I'm a writer. Now I got records with this person, you know, and it was kind of like being in rooms and rubbing shoulders with people motivate me, because it's like if you don't put yourself around, my mother said you gonna be what you around. So if you around broke, you're gonna be broke. If you around rich, you're gonna be rich. It's gonna rub off. So, you know, that's why I was at, as far as what you asked me.
Right.
As what motivates me to be in those rooms. That's what motivated me to be in those rooms, because I didn't want to eat peanuts. I wanted to eat steaks.
No, for sure.
That's what motivated me to rub shoulders with them and keep rubbing shoulders with them and keep a good credit line. And what I mean by credit line is your face card, how you present yourself, and that's what me and Shay the Boss always, like when she came around, that's what I instilled in her, like having our business together, being presentable. When we step out, they know we in the room. They know that. So it's kind of like we gotta be in everybody. It's so crazy now when we go around people with platinum records, they're greeting us. Like, oh, that's so and so and so and so. We know who that is.
For sure.
That part.
And
So
shout
look,
out to everybody we do business with.
So look, let me ask y'all a question then. Who's your favorite collaboration? Rev got records with everybody.
He do.
Who was your favorite collab, Rev? Out of I'm not even gonna ask Rev. Shay, I'm gonna ask Rev. No, I'm gonna ask Rev. I'm gonna give Rev time. So I'm gonna bounce to Shay the Boss, because Shay's an artist as well.
Like
Shay the Boss, who is your favorite artist that you work with? Not Rev City.
I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say outside of my artist, I'm gonna say you and Chris. Honestly,
for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like I got two.
Us two niggas.
Yes, I'm talking about you and Chris. Serious.
Hey, that's fire right there. Hey, listen. Hey, but listen,
we've been taking podcasting so seriously that we forgot about the music aspect.
No, but respect.
We got years in this music thing for sure.
And she said that to say, because it's kind of like okay.
I done done features for people.
Oh, we a family, like, and that's crazy because we a family, but it's kind of crazy when we get in the studio. It's kind of like it's a whole nother reborn situation. It's kind of like it's so much of a vibe that it's like, even working with people, I'm getting money to work with them, but I'm working with family. I'm laughing and having fun and actually being able to be me. You get what I'm saying? When around certain people, this industry fickle, so you got to move the way other people want you to move, or it's attitude involved. So, but when you're around family doing it, you gonna be Cezah. You gonna be Greg. I'm gonna be Rev. She gonna be Shay the Boss. So everything is gonna intertwine, and where I'm weak at, they lift me up with the crutch because they already got it under control. So it's kind of like a spiral of greatness just going around in a circle. You know what I mean?
That's right. Now I want to ask this. have you ever been in a room out of all this working with all these great people? Have you ever been in a room where you felt like you was almost timid to say something because you was intimidated by the ambiance that was in the room?
Of course not.
What's the biggest stage? You ain't never been on your biggest stage?
I feel like I have so much confidence in what I do that I'm the ambiance when I walk in the room. I'm the ambiance when I'm on stage. Like my presence has to be known. Like when me and Rhea first got together, he couldn't believe that I could control the room the way I could. He like, you know what I'm saying? Like
she was controlling the crowd. She was controlling the room. She was, you know what I'm saying? It was like I was like, I gotta sign her. I was like, I gotta manage her. But I was already hit through another friend. Yeah. Another friend couldn't manage her, so that person came to me and said, "Hey, Rev, I got somebody I need you to see." Because at the time my mama was sick, so I really wasn't leaving out the house like that. Mm-hmm. So when I left, I'm like, my mom like, go ahead, just go see what this all about, because that person keeps saying the same thing to you over and over and over and over.
So basically, Rev signed the talent and fell in love with the talent.
That's how it usually go. Cadillac Records, baby.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy?
Rev fell in love with the talent.
You know what's crazy, Greg?
He wasn't my manager when we first got together.
Talk about it, Shay the boss. Rev, I want to hear Shay's side of the story. No, I want to hear her side. I want to hear her side.
No. It was that good. It was that good that you gotta
No. And I'm gonna keep it 100% real because that's what we do. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like I said, we're not going to say her name, but she knew of Rev City before I did. She was managing me at the time. I had a woman manager at the time. Mm-hmm. And she was head over heels for Rev. Then I thought they was in a relationship.
Who y'all talking about?
We not talking about P?
No.
Who?
No, P, our business manager. Shout out to Adorable P.
Who?
But P ain't going nowhere.
She not. But Sniper Squad. She pretty much
Little bitty voice lady
was managing me at the time. I'm sick. You sound like her. But she was managing me at the time, and she kept trying to get me to do a record with Tonton and Rev, which I do have a record with Tone. You know what I'm saying? But she tried to get me to do a record with Tone and Rev. She asked me, have I heard of him before? I'm like, I heard of Tonton, you know. But I've never heard of Rev City. So.
She knew, matter of fact, she saw me. And we had conversations. She saw me. We had conversations, but she didn't know. She didn't put the face with the name.
Right.
So when old girl was trying to tell her, like, oh, I want you to work with this producer named Rev, she like, I don't know Rev. So
but he had already cut into me.
So I had already cut into her a month before.
Sound about right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, shoot, I want to play. You feel me? But yeah, I had already cut into her. So so the girl ended up sending her my videos. Mm-hmm. She like, this the dude that she do music, because I never said I did music. I just was always watching her perform. I went to like 2 shows and she didn't know I was in the building until she went back in her camera roll and seen me sitting in the corner. And it was crazy because when the girl sent the videos, she instantly called me, was like, oh, girl trying to plug us. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, well, come to the studio by yourself. Don't bring old girl to the studio. And she was like, why? I was like, I don't want to be bothered. But it seemed like...
I knew you wanted the draws, Tommy. Get the draws, Tommy. It's like GTG.
I ain't want no draws.
GTD.
I was actually being a good nigga in this standpoint, because
this is Cobain Report.
I never touched this lady or nothing. But the crazy part, the lady was calling her like, "Oh yeah, I'm in the bed with Rev right now. How she in the
I was there, so it was kind of crazy.
In the bed,
it was kind of crazy.
So she was just like, "Hey, listen, this my man.
Right,
he can manage you, but
right." She was telling me that he was her man, but in a sense, it's like, you know, I knew it wasn't true because I was always around him. Like we was always together, like how we are now, every day. So I knew it wasn't adding up, but I'm not really finna go there with you about a man. You know, I know what's going on. I'm communicating with him about it. So that's pretty much what it was. But as far as, you know,
I want to know who it is.
The situation.
I don't know.
So basically, so in this game, right, since you guys are a power couple, right, do you think that being a power couple has been a a pro or a con?
A pro.
It's definitely a pro.
It's a pro. It's a pro because as men, I'm speaking for the men. We got late night studio sessions. When you got a woman that don't do what you do, she don't understand. It's a hobby to her.
Preach.
But it's a lifestyle, and it's a job. It's what I love.
Preach.
So anytime I feel like I gotta deal with the extra, I'd rather deal with somebody that love what I love. Just like a man that goes to church, your woman's supposed to follow you and go to church with you. You know what I'm saying? Your family. So that's how it is with me musically. If I do music, I don't want the extra, because you can't be great with a lot going on up top.
Right.
So, I'm just speaking from the man's side. You ain't gotta deal, I ain't gotta deal with none of that. Oh, you gotta go to the studio. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm sleepy, I'm this, I'm that. I ain't gotta hear that. Cause she in there with me. Oh, you dropped your verse? You ready for your verse? You feel what I'm saying? You ready to do the hook? Oh, you ready to do a solo? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm good for that. In the studio, she not my woman. In the studio, it's business.
Yeah, for sure.
You my artist.
Yeah, for sure.
You gonna go in here and you gonna drop this record and we gonna get a hit up out of here. You feel what I'm
Slow
saying?
down, Rev. You looking like Ike Turner over there, nigga.
The reason why I say I
You gonna go in there, you gonna sing it, and eat the cake.
Hey, you
But the crazy part,
been in the
that's how
studio with us.
that's how she be feeling. That's how she be feeling because I show irritation because I want her to be great. And the reason why I talk to her like that, that's all a part. See how she was already a great artist. I just had to develop certain things to come out so she wouldn't be afraid to do it.
Exactly.
Wherever we step to, any position we get put in, I want you to be able to handle it just as well as me.
That's right.
I don't want nobody to say, oh yeah, we mess with Red, but Shay the boss need a little work. Then that means I'm not a man.
But
that means I'm not a manager. That means I don't care about you. I don't love you.
You dropped the ball.
I want you to get the same respect I get when we walk in the room.
That's right.
So now you know how to go in here and do a record off the top of the head. You ain't gotta be trying to write at the last minute. We may go in there, Chris Brown may say, oh, I need a verse from you. And she gotta think, oh, let me write it real quick, and 10 minutes, 20 minutes can kill your career, because at the minute he might be like, I need something right now. And if you ain't got it right now, guess what happened? They on to the next. So now, no, you're going to be able to go in there and go in that booth and be able to spit it off the top of your dome and walk out there and be proud to sit down and hold your head up.
It might not even be in a booth. It might be just sitting on the couch with the mic.
Man, so listen. So before we move into our topics, right?
Okay.
I'm going to ask y'all this. What kind of advice would you give couples trying to come up in the industry together?
I would honestly say your communication has to be very strong. Like, if you don't communicate with your partner, with every little detail when it comes down to business, if y'all going into business together, because me and Rev are business partners, like we own a studio together, we own a label together, you know what I'm saying? So pretty much like if you don't communicate with your partner and try to understand each other's way of thinking when it comes to business, then it's not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Like you just really gotta have strong communication and trust.
And I say, business. You gotta be very business oriented, because that's what a lot of these gifted artists is going through, and they don't know that this is why your career don't excel. This is why you're not getting no cheese, because you didn't look into what you love, how you love something. A fool don't study what they love. If you love something, know it in and out. Handle your business. It don't take nothing but a couple minutes to register something. It don't take a couple minutes to make sure your business is handled, so when you put a song out there, you get the residuals back. A lot of folks don't understand that. They just put a record out, think it's supposed to go viral.
Learn the business.
It's a lot of people that ain't in the limelight, in the face of the scene, but got more money than
Facts.
niggas that's in front of the camera.
Facts.
No, for sure.
I know a lot of viral niggas that's broke.
For sure. So T-Mail, get us into our topics, bro. Let's go. Let's turn this up. Let's go.
Most definitely, since everybody mostly on the panel is experienced with music and have managed or been in control of somebody's career, I want to know, how you all feel about what's going on with, one of the moguls that, is in control of a lot of careers, and lately he's been in the news, for a lot of.
Just was with him.
Yes,
we were just with Diddy.
Yes. So even better. I hope he in good spirits. He been accused lately a lot of accusations. The latest one is, Lil Rod.
Lil Rod's ass.
Okay, so I'm just gonna tell you my feelings. My feelings towards this is this: you don't gotta be nowhere you don't want to be.
Facts.
So to blame another grown man for what he came at you with is crazy to me. It's like the allegations is retarded. Like you couldn't get me in the room if somebody told me, "Oh yeah, I gotta take off my clothes for another man. I gotta do this for another man." There's no way I'm gonna be sitting there long enough for you to have me into some allegations like that. You get what I'm saying? That's a career I don't want. You get what I'm saying? Like I could do it without all that. You get what I'm saying? It's just really extra, and it's kind of crazy because people like to point the finger and blame the predator, but
it's all about the money. It's all about the money. That's just even with this, even with R. Kelly, it's all about the money. Like this man been doing this stuff for how long? You get what I'm saying? It's been done to him, so he ain't doing nothing but putting into the atmosphere what he received from the atmosphere. So with people,
what we talking about? We talking about
Diddy.
Diddy.
She talking about both.
I'm talking about both. But what I'm saying is this
both ways?
No, but clearly he been both ways. He been like this coming up.
I was saying like both ways.
He was doing this to younger people. He done did it to some of the greats. Usher.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Usher done went through stuff with him. What's the boy name?
Justin Bieber.
You got the one that played on Empire is Hakeem.
Oh right,
him.
Right. Yeah.
They all in the news telling the truth because they were traumatized. They were traumatized, so they came out early on and said how they felt about certain stuff. But here's the thing: it still all boils down to money.
Right.
Money.
Right.
Soon as Cassie tried to sue him for that $30 million, everybody came out with certain stuff. It's just his time to sit down.
I know this ain't school, but I got my hand up.
All right.
Cause listen, check it out. I talked about this on episode I think like 10 or something. You hear my ebonics? Ain't no man going to allow another man to do anything he can.
No real man.
No, listen.
No real man.
A man.
No real man.
Definition of man. I'm just saying a man, not one man, a man, like definition man. Like will not allow another man to do anything that a man doesn't supposed to do to a man. Right. Now, you have attention seekers. What is it called now? The YouTubers, YouTube people. Like you have the Me Too. Oh, the Me Too. Me Too. Whatever. Hey, listen.
You too.
Not me, but them too. God. But listen, and you have that. But with that, bro, you still have your own what? What did God give us, bro? He gave us our own mind, bro. Like you have your own mind, your own conscience, you have your own soul. Like, so you cannot say that, oh, I was chilling with Cuban Gooding Jr. and I was chilling with such and such and such, and they did this. To me. If you didn't allow them to do this to you. Bro, listen. And dog, my homie, I ain't gonna even bull crap. Like, I've been knowing Cub for a long time. Like, but, like, man, I'm like, when I heard that, I start calling the homies. I said, cuz y'all seen this shit? Hit the buzzer. Cause I'm like, bro, cause you remember the conversation we had a while back when we found out one of our homies was what can we say, homosexual? Same gender loving. All right. All right. So remember that when we talked about it, and I was you like, man, you can't be mad at him. I'm like, I wouldn't be mad at him if he'd allow me to have the option, bro. You gotta tell me what you doing. Don't just be hanging with me and you out here on something else and. It's like, nigga, you doing something else. So guess what? Birds of a feather flock together, right? So guess what? And I don't flock that way. So, but people are looking at us and you putting this out there like that. So my thing be, if that's what you do and if that's how you feel like you're going to get on, stick with it. Like, don't get mad. Because you can't put a GoFundMe and say, "Oh, help me get this money that cuz ain't paying me," and then you come on TMZ and you come on Extra like, "Oh, he sexually assaulted me." It's like this shit don't add up.
Right.
It's not adding up. Like,
I mean,
and
but you got ways. You got people also saying too that people were drugged. They were they went through a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Shay,
you have people that's traumatized from it.
Shay, how can you intake a drug? How do you intake drugs? How do you intake drugs?
You take it.
How do you do it? You put it in your what? You put it in your system.
Listen,
if Diddy ain't putting a syringe, hold on, Shay. If he ain't putting a syringe in you, hitting you in the neck, hitting you with the putting you down.
Okay, so look, we just
ain't no man making no man do nothing.
We just watched the interview with what's his name, husband, Superhead husband. What's his name? Columbus Short. He got a phone call from Diddy out of nowhere.
Her husband is wild.
Yeah, that's Superhead husband, Columbus Short. Her ex-husband.
The credibility.
The late night
he got a phone call from Diddy telling him to come through. Oh, who at the hotel with you? Oh, it's just me. But he goes to Diddy's house. He have a drink at Diddy's house, and as he's at Diddy's house, he's drugged. He had to go in the bathroom and throw up because he was drugged.
His
managers had to get him out of there because he was drugged.
But my thing is, I feel both sides.
No, Rev. Why did he go there if he felt that from the first phone call? Why did he show up at the house if the nigga called him at the room?
The house thing was first.
The house thing was first.
And then now watch this. Now you got to listen to what we just said.
Yeah.
You said the house scene was first. Why did he call you back?
That's his wife answered the phone.
So if it was a problem,
his wife answered the phone.
If the first time was a problem, he wouldn't have never called back. So that means the first time wasn't a problem.
You wouldn't let it be known how you feel.
No, man. Man, the first time wasn't a problem.
I just felt like I needed to hit the button.
The
I don't know what happened.
Wasn't a problem. It's impossible for it to be a problem because he called back. Cool. If it was a problem, the call back would have been, "Hey man, my bad. Let me give you a couple dollars. Don't tell nobody about that." But it wasn't that.
No,
it wasn't that. Because that's what everybody else say he do. So if it wasn't that, and then he came back like, "Yeah, bro."
Different strokes for different folks. Different strokes for different folks. Me personally, I done been around a bunch of. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. Growing up as a woman, I grew up around a lot of homosexuals.
So wait,
can't say that.
Can't say that.
Ooh, I'm
sanctionary apparently.
Same gender loving, and I'm not saying because I love the everybody knows.
I love the LGBT
Me too.
Q plus community. Check it out. I'm glad you helped me with that. The LGBTQ plus community. Guess what? We support everybody. We support everybody. Hey, listen, we don't know with him. But listen though, we support everybody. But
they say
I just don't want you to impose on my kids.
Putting drugs inside of liquor bottles, and people closing them back up like they had never been open. Now you popping a bottle, you got your bartenders popping the bottles. They in on it.
I think he lying.
You can't get no Detroit people like that.
I think he lying. Cause guess what? Guess what? If I see a whole lot of scandal going on, guess what I'm gonna do?
Got people
no. Hey Shay, listen. This is the craziest thing ever, and I just thought about it because you got people that they clout chasers.
Yeah.
So guess what? They can be like, damn. Hey, since I'm here, I'm about to. You know what? I'm about to drink this. I'm about to act like it's fucking me up. Like, oh man, why I drink that, bro? Let me go to the bathroom. I gotta throw up.
I'm not putting this up.
Bro, you know how many times I made myself throw up? Just because I be at, shows and shit and I'm drunk too much and I just make myself throw up and I be right back. Like, niggas do that regular. You got people what's the name? What's that disease?
I don't even lie to say the name because I don't even know.
No. What's the disease when a person, a food disorder?
You talking about
anemic.
Bulimia.
Right? Bulimia. Thank you, Greg. You have people with bulimia. College. For sure. Greg, damn, you graduated. Okay. But this nigga here, bro.
I graduated for the neighborhood.
You did neighborhood rolling. He did that for us though, cuz.
Yeah, and we got one more for y'all as far as like, with y'all being involved in music and everything and knowing how, finicky it is, like you said earlier. Now you got a lot of jealousy and a lot of envy that come with, rising with, the music as well. And lately, it was in the news also with Jam Master Jay. I don't know if you all seen. It was his godson and longtime friend that they just convicted for his murder. So obviously, it was some kind of jealousy and envy in there. How do you all avoid running into situations like that?
Stand to ourselves.
I got King Jesus with me.
Okay.
So no, for real though, but the bubble,
Preacher's kid,
the PK, but the bubble around me is kind of like once I vibe with you and see how you move, I can pretty much tell off a conversation where you at. And I'll be like, okay, that's a person I got to stay away from because they ain't on the same level as me. You feel what I'm saying? And because when you get money and when you elevate, people when you down and people show you love, those are friends. Those are brothers. Those are sisters. You feel what I'm saying?
And I ain't going to say all of them.
But I'm saying, no, when you down and they support you, when you down,
some people come around to support just to see what you would do for them,
or they support who you are because they know you something. They like, I'm gonna put something behind this.
That's what I look at.
That's true too.
But we had a lot of them around.
But what I understand to look at is that people have a heck of a disguise. So at the end of the day, a person will be rocking with you today and setting you up tomorrow.
Facts.
And it's cool because at the end of the day, it's like to them, you were lit. You were walking lit. Mm-hmm. But it's like, you ain't put in no work. Niggas want something for nothing. I was raised different. Mm-hmm. We was raised different. We was told if you ain't go out here and get it, you ain't gonna get it. You gonna be one of them. You gonna be one of them.
That part.
And if you want to be one of them, that's on you.
That's right.
My daddy said, I'm done. If that's what you want to do, go do it. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna take my hands off you. I don't want one of God's shepherds to take his hands off me. I need all the prayer I can get, but I want the right prayer.
And that's what happens around us. We pretty much, I honestly pray for my situation before it happens. So honestly, when snake stuff start happening, God starts shunning people away. Like he started moving them.
Those
so
just be leaves.
They be leaves that's falling off your tree.
So look, I hear y'all talking about God. Talk to me about how much Christianity or your religion has played a part in your life outside of music.
Christianity.
Rev, you're a preacher's kid, right?
Yeah.
Talk to me about that, man.
Shouts out to my dad.
How did that influence your music career, man?
It influenced my music career because I ain't gonna cap. In the beginning, I was like, man, what you doing? And then, once he listened, he like, oh, I support you. He's like, you make all different type of music, and just because you do music don't mean you don't believe in God. God is the head of my life. So, but at the end of the day, I still know where my help come from. Because a lot of people, it be a lot of lucky people that get situations. So you will see, oh, this person went viral overnight. Blah, 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 blah. That was just a blessing that God they was just waiting that he had for them. Everybody got their own time and their own date. Just like when we leave here, everybody got an expiration date. But everybody got a different time. You know what I'm saying? So I don't get mad when I see people go up. I don't trip. I don't feel no hate. I want to congratulate because guess what? I want to be saying congratulations to you because I'm on my way. I see you there. I see you at the awards. I see you. You know what I'm saying? I never feel no type of way about nobody, but that the church has really played a big part in me being faithful. Like for a minute, I wasn't faithful. I was in and out. Even though my dad a pastor, I was in and out of church. But I made God a promise. Like now, I do the sound, and I'm like, Pop, I'm rocking with you. Like I understand my faith is what keep me, because a lot of people ain't make it to see 2024. So either from COVID, a gunshot, stabbing kids. I'm like, shoot, I gotta thank God for what I got. You know, it is what it is.
So check it out. So me and you, we have a similar situation in our life. Our moms passed.
Oh yeah.
Right. And so I want to ask you, since your mom passed, has it put more fire under your feet to make the music that you're supposed to make? Because you know how mom them used to be like, well, you don't supposed to be doing that. You supposed to be doing this.
Right. Well, I'm gonna say, to be honest, God has really helped me with that because me and my mom was so tied in to the point to where I felt like I was gonna lose it. Like, you know what I'm saying? That was my best friend, you feel me? And I was just like, man, I was toe up when that happened.
And you was like, man, like, bro, I don't know how you do it, but what you think? Because I had just lost my mom.
Right.
And you know, we talked, we like, man, we gotta get in the studio, we gotta work it out, we gotta get in the studio and work. We gotta work. But the time actually came when we actually did work, me, you, and Shay.
Yeah.
And came up with some fire. Came up and we was there chilling for a minute and the vibe just happened.
Right.
So do you think because we do have that connection that the power actually takes over?
Yes, because
we all got that connection.
So a lot of people don't understand. It's like me when I'm around you guys. It's kind of like another half of me because my mother was a part of all of us.
That's right.
Your mother was a part of all of us.
That's right.
And it's kind of like, you know, when I got the news that your mother passed, I had just got back from out of town, but I said I'm there because when I lost my grandfather, I was walking out to church with my head down, and I heard jokes being cracked. As I walked out the door, it's Greg, City, you, the whole squad outside. And they just like, we here, we feel what you feel. So when I lost my mama, my first thing was, I knew that my other cousins had their mother, so I was like, let me call Cezah and see how he deal with it. Cause everything affected me as far as like the way, if I go in a grocery store, I see something she sent me for, I get in tears. If I go to a restaurant and me and my mama did a lot of stuff together, so I would feel some type of way. I just felt that way the other day. And it's just like any little thing could trigger me.
I be having to explain to him a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Because I lost my mom before he lost his mom. You know what I'm saying? And I think if it wasn't for most of the talk that we had and just me being there to actually calm him in certain ways, he probably would have flew off the hinges, you know what I'm saying? Because really he was tested through that whole time.
I can believe it.
And I couldn't understand how people could be so insensitive, you know what I'm saying? Especially with a man losing his mama, his best friend, you know, somebody that he was with all the time. Right. And to not value the fact that he had just lost his mom and to go through all of that. Honestly, to answer your question, he made some fire music, but he made some bangers after she passed away. For and sure. It's because he owed her that. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
She put up a lot to make sure his career stood tall. You know what I'm saying? And
I remember them nights. Hold on, Shay. I remember them nights.
Yeah.
When she used to go off on us.
She did that till she passed away. And
that's the way her showing love.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy because I learned that the older I got. Like,
that's right.
She ain't cuss you out.
That's right.
I used to be like,
because the kiss came after it. Like, I promise, a hug and a kiss came after it every single time.
I used to be like, your mama don't like me. She can't stand me. She always cussing me out. He like, baby, let me explain.
That means she like you a lot.
She like you a lot because she cussing you out.
She cussing you out, so she looking at
when
you as family.
When she started calling my name, you know that's when they used to get lit. Like, yes, she like
because we were so used to her calling me. I don't care how much of a star I was, who I was. One day I went to go pick up D-Ray, and D-Ray can vouch for this to this day. The actor D-Ray, comedian.
D-Ray
one
Davis.
of my favorites. D-Ray Davis. Shout out to D-Ray.
Shout out to D-Ray.
Big bro. I went to go pick him up from the airport. And I said, Mom. She said, I got something to do. She said, what you do? I said, I'm going to the concert. You could drop me off. She said, who you going to pick up? All the way at the airport. I said, I'm going to pick up D-Ray. The dude that was in barbershop talking about you buy one dog, get the other dog, the little short dog half off. She cussed me out all the way to the airport. Nigga, you a fool. You ain't picking up the wife. You don't know what you doing. What you. I was like, dang, man, you just made me feel so little. He came out.
She had
She said, nigga, you know something. She said, that nigga, she said, how you doing, baby? You was so funny. And I looked at him like, bro, she just cut me out. And he laughed at my mama so hard, but he respect her. He like, you a realist. And that's how Flip feel about my mama. Flip done been in my house, sleep in my crib, and people done walk through like, that look like Lil Flip. I'm like, that is Flip. But when he in the city, he trusts I'm bro. So, and my mama cooking. Usually she making us little stuff, and boo, I'm about to go out of town with him. She like, I'm about to cook y'all. Y'all got a show tonight. I'm gonna prepare a meal. So we vibe. So it's like a family thing. So it's like everybody had love for mom.
For sure.
Mama Rev. Everybody.
We love you, baby. Keep resting.
Keep resting. And it's like, you know, it's cool because I'm able to even kick it without even feeling no type of way. That part. And for a while, I couldn't even speak on what I was going through and how I was feeling as a man.
That's what I was going to ask you.
Don't realize that, but I took kind of like what kept going on in my head when I called you, and then I was telling Shay how when I actually came to the funeral of C's mother, sorry. I got to see, like, he told me, like, I'm gonna go with this. I do this music. This what my mama would have wanted me to do. So when he got up and sung, it was like, it was a concert. It turned from a funeral and everybody being sad to like, I know she's smiling at that.
For sure.
You feel what I'm saying? Because he really, as bad as he wanted to probably go crazy or cry or just, he was just and with Cobain being the person that he is, if it's not him, it's Cobain. So Cobain at the time, he gonna crack a joke and make him laugh anyway.
For sure.
And now you got C's like, oh, y'all being funny. Right? So the whole funeral, like, throughout the funeral, to keep from being sad, we would go to the back, and all of us would be capping them at a funeral.
Our whole fucking life. That's all we ever did was roast each other.
Our parents, though, we laying the
whole
rest.
family.
Hey, listen, because I swear,
that's us though. When we see each other, it's family. So these the only people that can say anything to me, and I be like, you know, somebody else may be a little different.
Amen.
I heard about y'all before y'all knew about me. I heard so many stories about y'all. Like me and Rev, I can honestly say we sat up for 17 hours one time. 17 hours straight, just talking. Like, we done brushed our teeth and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Kicking it about everybody we love for real. And I heard so much good stuff about y'all. It was like, I felt like I was y'all family already. You know
the crazy part, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm gonna be so real with y'all about this music shit. Rev City is one of the people who made me know that I had that shit.
Man.
Let me tell you something. So, like,
same here.
Back in like 2000, I ain't about to age us, but anyway, back in the day, right, when I was first starting off being a producer or whatever, Rev was like, bro, I sent one of your beats off to a real label. And I was like, wait, my beat? Like, why would you send my beat off? I just started making beats. You know what I'm saying? So Rev gave me the vibe to know, like, bro, you dope at music. Like, do it. So we've worked together a long time, but I mean, it's been a back and forth situation. You know what I mean? He's definitely motivated me time after time. And since he's been with Shay, he's turned up even more when it come down to music. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I done fed off you many times. Like, believe it or not, like that's what I say. Like, I'm not saying that because I'm here. And I tell her that I have talks because I'm a real person. So I don't believe in hiding my feelings. Like, I have been in the studio with Greg, and Greg will tell, well, Cobain, he'll tell y'all that he just started, or that, this is new for me, or I'm starting this. But it was kind of like the wave he was on made me feel some type of way. Like, one of my favorite records is Party Through the Pain. And the reason why I say that is because everybody can relate from living a life but still going through pain. And that's one thing that what they don't get. Like, see, it's funny because we three are the peas in the same pot. Why I say that is because we all PKs. We came up, we wasn't homeless. We didn't have the triumph some people say, well, I got rich. I was an artist, but I was sleeping in my car. I was sleeping outside by the I can't say that. I'm not going to get on nobody interview and take the credit for what my parents did.
No, for sure.
And I'm not going to shortchange them like that. Right. So what I say about we three peas in the same pot is the fact that even though we had that, people think that because we was blessed, we didn't go through nothing. Right. We still went through like you. But guess what? We was raised to, when you serve a God, you gonna make it out of it. So what you gonna do about it?
Come on, Riff.
That was the situation.
Y'all saying y'all ties and offense.
That's what it is, and that's why I kind of like. It's funny because when I moved back, I just moved back from Lansing. I kicked it with my pops the other day, and I said, being with you every day turned me up for real.
That part.
I always felt like I was turned up in the music game, but in the Bible it say, honor thy mother and father. I rock with my mama till she close her eyes, and I'ma rock with you.
No, for sure.
And I'ma be in church. I gotta give God that. God asked for one day. Niggas go to the club 7 days a week.
You can't get God one day.
You can't get God one day?
Hey, Rev, can I say this, bro? Honestly, you know me.
Yeah.
You know me. You know me. Y'all know what? Y'all know. Bro, I really give God 5 o'clock every day.
I seen that at my
and
house.
6 in the morning every day.
Every day.
Oh yeah, what happened to you?
Every day. I'm sorry, I got you. I promise I got you. Every day. And you know why, bro? I had an incident recently, and the incident came, and it almost ruffled my feathers. But one of the homies was like, damn, bro, if you ain't got nothing to do with that, like, how is it ruffling you? Bro, and it took me back to the Bible. I had to sit down for a minute, and I was like, damn, I got a relationship. Like, I got a whole relationship with God, bro.
With somebody to do all things.
Man, so guess what? Like, so whatever the situation is, I'm going to have to give it up, right?
Right.
And after saying that, bro, guess what I did?
What?
Wrote another song. And it was so like, it was like liquid though, like
so
in my brain.
Since we talking about relationships with Christ, right? And I know T-Mel, we about to wrap this up. I know the vibes, right? But I want to get y'all aspect on this current Ty Tribbett situation.
Okay.
With him saying that about what he said about church.
What did he say? Because I didn't catch it.
He literally said that the institution of church was whack. His relationship with Christ is what matters, but the institution of church, the same thing, and the same people that made him rich.
Because he found out that God is not the church.
But I mean, we all knew that to start with, right? But I think what happened. So I'll speak for me personally, and I'm gonna look directly at the camera. So during COVID, I experienced a thing where I've been a drummer my entire life at church, and I've been in church every single week. And I thought that if I didn't go to church, I was going to hell. Well, COVID let me experience and understand that my relationship was deep with Christ, regardless if I was in a building or not, right?
Right.
So that's what I think he's speaking to personally for myself.
Yes.
But the way that he delivered it has caused ruffles everywhere, because he went on a social media platform or a mainstream platform like the Breakfast Club and said that the institution of church is whack. Now, being at Rev, that you are a preacher's kid and also an artist, how do you feel about that?
I feel that that's kind of like whack the way he said it, because my thing is, it's kind of like people forget about the biggest thing when we talking about God. When you wake up in the morning, God don't think about if he gonna let you open your eyes. You feel what I'm saying? He ain't saying, oh, hold on, let me see if let me be lazy with
the first
Red
blessing.
City up today.
The first
He's
blessing.
not thinking. That's the first. That's number one. So number two is he showed you what he can do for you multiple times. What effort had you made towards him? It's cool to say I got a relationship. We all do. When we in the house, we pray. I pray before I do every record. In my brain, I may say a little, whoop, God, cover this record. God, cover me as we go out to this club, because I want to make it back home. We got we got a family at home. I want to make it back. So what a lot of people don't understand, God bless. Sometimes they say God don't bless no mess, but sometimes God bless mess just to put them in some more mess to let you see what he can really do. Because folks don't believe for real.
Well, if we talking about God bless a mess, we can get. I mean, that's the Job story right there, right? God ordained literally for him to go through a struggle just to prove his relationship with Christ.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think with all of us as being preachers' kids, we've all endured a season to where God stretched us. Pause. I'm gonna keep saying stretched us because that's a good word.
I get it.
But anyway, God has stretched us to learn and to move and to grow in that situation, right? So we're gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna give everybody one round to give them your social media handles, tell them what you got coming to the floor, tell them where to find you at, tell them all your merchandise, all that good stuff. I'm gonna start this time with our guest. I'm gonna start with Shay the Boss because Rev, we know you can go ahead, Bishop.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl at the official Shay the Boss. TheOffICIALSHAYDABOS. That's the boss, not the boss. You feel me? Representing BGK, B Go Crazy, KMB the label. Y'all know what it is.
Yeah.
It's the vibes.
It's your boy Rev City. It's at Rev City on IG. It's at Rev City on TikTok. Representing BGK, representing KMB, and it's like that.
What y'all got coming? Talk about your new projects. Talk about your merchandise.
We got a group project dropping first. So what we doing right now, we working on the Match Made project. That's me and her. So we got the R&B tape and we got the rap tape. And then she gonna drop a solo project. I'm gonna drop a solo project. And she got a lot of film stuff we working on. I'll let her tell y'all about that.
We got 2 films coming out. One called G-Day Bash from Hell, and the other one is called Sliding on Them. You know what I'm saying? And also, y'all go check out Blow the Whistle, Shay the Boss, Rocc Cobain featuring Shay the Boss. You feel me?
You know it. We making hits.
And also, we working on a reality show as well. And the reality show is about...
It's about developing artists. A lot of artists are missing artist development today. So we pretty much, we'll be doing an artist development reality show. And we start filming next month. So these auditions is cracking, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So follow us to know what's going on with us because we giving artists and actresses and actors opportunity every day.
And I want to thank y'all from the bottom of my heart
for having us.
Because y'all could have looked at me like I was a nobody, but y'all respected me. I had a great time tonight. And also, I appreciate it because this is a big platform, great movement, and I'm proud to see young people do what they love and get it done professionally. I'm just glad to be here.
All love.
For sure.
Man, that was really good. You see his professionalism? Come on, you said, I'm really happy to be here. I know this nigga in real life.
Anyway, all right, Cezah, go ahead. Tell them where to find you at. Tell them your good stuff you got coming and all that good job.
Hey, man, y'all know every season, every time, every show, every episode, I tell y'all, Instagram, Cezah, Cezah, C as in Chris, E as in Eric, Z as in zebra, A as in apple, H as in her for you slow fucks.
As in Hermer session repair for real.
And look, and then he doing that. Hey, I ain't gonna pop on that. Look, you better
that's my real brother, so I
he
can
better
cook.
Put that hookah down though.
Listen,
he
this
put it
is
up.
a battery charger.
No, I ain't talking about that. Put it in the other one.
Talking about my nut.
Yeah,
we
I'm talking about
that too.
The baseball mint.
We gonna talk about that.
Hey, but look, but y'all can find me, and if you are my family, you definitely follow me on Facebook already. But check it out. I want y'all to fuck with Rev City, fuck with Shay the Boss. I know y'all, but this gonna be separate. Fuck with them, fuck with them, fuck with them, fuck with them. You know why? Cause they the hottest shit out here. I got a record with them.
Okay, on the way.
On the way, I got a record with them. I got a lot of records with Rev. And you know what's crazy? I wanted to say this during the show, but Rev done called me crazy nights like, hey bro, come do this gospel record. I'm like, nigga, I've been doing drugs all night. But we do it, and I love it, and I love y'all so much,
the record that we got coming though is definitely fire though. I can't say that it's
that
really
part.
a vibe. And I was sleeping. Y'all made me come.
I woke her up. I'm like, I need you to do this verse real fast. She was like, what verse? I was like, just come in here.
On the hook.
No, that's for sure.
Greg, you gotta come vibe with us, man.
We creatives for sure. That I don't think that will ever go away from us when you're a real creative. T-Mail, tell them what you got coming. I know you got a pop-up shop coming. Talk to the people.
Most definitely. You can find me blessed_Detroiter. We got the pop-up coming. Easter Market, May 5th, 12 to 8. Come out, help us bless the city.
We will be there.
Fact.
Appreciate you.
Feel me? So we gonna wrap this up. This is episode 13.
13.
Bro, we are already at 13, y'all.
That's a great number. You know what? I'm going to the casino tonight.
Listen,
I
play
put my money on roulette. I'm putting on
number
13.
on roulette.
May they cash you out tonight. May they cash you out.
If you hit, can you just bring a few dollars back?
He know about tithing. He knows the blessing of tithing. His father was a pastor. Anyway, so like I said, this is episode 13. We appreciate you guys for tuning in. Hey, do me a favor, like, then subscribe, and possibly share. It's free. It don't cost you anything. I'm not asking you to send any money. Like, subscribe, share. It's free. Look us up. We bring you all of the great content. You know the vibes. You feel me? And as I always say, episode 13. It's a wrap.
Put those thumbs up. Watch.
Put your nubs up.
I don't know why that you choose us. That's why devil don't like us. That's why he try to fight us. But God gon' life us. Break us out like silence. The enemy come. How do we let him confuse us? How will we let him in? Why do we let trouble choose us? Steal, kill, destroy. Our enemies coming to do Yahweh.